Chapter 2, Strategies for Improving Dictionary Skills. What are the translators generally dissatisfied? Why are translators generally dissatisfied with dictionaries, and what are their inherent limitations? So dictionaries have got their own limitations, they have got their own weaknesses. أوجه القصور. Inherent means متأصلة. Dictionaries, especially bilingual ones, are necessary working tools for translators. Yet translators and translation trainees express dissatisfaction with dictionaries. They believe that there should exist a perfect general bilingual dictionary that can be used by all translators. They also believe that lexicographers are to blame. However, if different translators have different needs, it becomes almost impossible to produce a general bilingual dictionary that satisfies the needs of all of them. What should happen actually is that we should improve methods of using a dictionary. Translators' attention should focus on differences found between the senses of a head word under a dictionary entry and the meaning of the same word in different contexts. So this is very important. So you should concentrate, when you check a dictionary, you should concentrate on the different senses of the head word. And you should be able to select from these different senses the sense or the meaning of the word according to the context of the text you are translating or analyzing. This needs a particular skill in dictionary use, a skill of selecting the suitable sense of meaning in a given context. In other words, the dictionary provides several senses, meanings, significations for a head word, and the skill of the translator is to select the suitable meaning in a given situation or context. So the dictionary gives several senses, several meanings for the same word, and the skill of a good translation trainee is to select, to choose the particular suitable meaning according to the occurrence of the word in a sentence, of course, according to a particular context or situation. This is because there is a difference between equivalences at the level of linguistic meaning and equivalences at the level of message meaning. Translated equivalence. Students are asked to translate single words or phrases using dictionaries and then see how the same word or phrase may be translated differently when they are part of a text. Exercise 1 on page 21 in the book. This is the sentence that occurs, but Tuesday's string of attacks has underlined concerns over shortcomings in Iraqi security ahead of the planned withdrawal. This is the translation. ولكن سلسلة من الهجمات في يوم الثلاثاء قد أكدت مخاوف الإدارة الأمريكية من أوجه القصور في قوات الأمن العراقي قبيل الانسحاب المزمع. عندنا 3 كلمات string underlined ahead. When we check the 3 words in a dictionary, we will find that they have got several senses. What a translator should do is that he should choose one of these senses. First, we check the meaning of the word string in a monolingual dictionary, as Oxford Advanced Learners Dictionary. String as a noun, for tying or fastening, material made of several threads twisted together, used for tying things together. And then there is the example. He wrapped the package in brown paper and tied it with a string. وبعدين string has got another sense. It means things joined, a set of series of things or people that are joined together. For example, on a string of pearls. Sense number 3, معناها series of things or people that come closely one after the other. It might mean computing, meaning a series of letters or a series of numbers. A string might mean musical instruments. tightly stretched piece of wire, nylon, or catgut on a musical instrument that produces a musical note when the instrument is played. Finally, there are strings on tennis racket. All right, the noun string as found in a Nafis bilingual English-Arabic dictionary is as follows: string, and then the lexicographer gives the class category of the word. It is a noun, and the first meaning of string is al-dubara, and then he gives several collocations for the word string. Keep line on a string. جعله طوع إرادته, with no string attached, بلا قيد أو شرط. A piece of string, قطعة من الدبارة. Pull the strings. امتلك نواصي الأمر. Pull strings in order to. استغل نفوذه لكي. Have more than one string to his bow. في جعبته أكثر من سهم. Manage on shoestring. دبر أموره بأقل التكاليف. The second meaning of string is water على الآلة الموسيقية. The strings الآلات الموسيقية وعازفوها. String quartet رباعية وترية عازفوا الرباعية الوترية. Play string play second string لعب دورا ثانويا. Harp on one or the same string. ضرب باستمرار على نفس الوتر. touch the strings عزف الآلة الوترية. touch a string صادف وترا حساسا أو أدرك شعورا مستجيبا. Alright, the third meaning of string اللي هي خيط أو سلسلة أو خط أو تتابع اللي هو لقيناه في Oxford Advanced Learners Dictionary as a series. Sense number 3. هنا string of onions يعني ضفيرة من البصل. He gives several collocations again of the word string. String of beads, صف من الخضر. Of pearls, عقد من الآلة. Of cars, رتل من السيارات. Of camels, إطار من الإبل. And string of successes, نجاح متوالي. Reviewing the above translation on the head word string and its different usages, one finds that the closest translation equivalent to a string of attacks is سلسلة من الهجمات. Selecting between meanings offered in both bilingual and monolingual dictionaries, we find that the translation equivalent of string is سلسلة. You have to understand, students, that when you open a dictionary, when you use a dictionary gives several sentences for the same word. And your job as a translator is to find and select and choose the meaning which is most suitable to the word as it occurs in the sentence you are analyzing. The same could be done with the head word underlined. Underlined has got, as a verb, it has got two meanings, two senses: to draw a line under a word or sentence, or to emphasize or show that something is important or true. And Nafis gives also two meanings or senses. وضع خطا تحت, underline, as a transitive verb. VT means verb transitive. Underline the preposition in this sentence. This is an example. And sense number 2 is أبرز أو أكد, the cordial, underline the cordial nature of these talks. أكد الصيغة الودية لهذه المحادثات. Just as in Oxford Advanced Learners Dictionary, the head word underline has two sentences or meanings, so in Nafis, selecting between meanings offered in both bilingual and monolingual, the translation equivalent here is emphasize or akkada. Let's have a look at how we can translate the day is far spent. The dictionary entry for spend in Oxford Advanced Learners is as follows: spend, something on something or on doing something, to give money, to pay for goods, to pay for services. As in the example, I've spent all my money already. Sense number 2, spend something on something, doing something, to use time for a particular purpose, to pass time. He spent the weekend in Paris. How long did you spend on your homework? How do you spend your spare time? Sense number 3, and it is often used in the passive, to use energy or effort, especially until it has all been used. She spends too much effort on things that do not matter. Idioms with the verb spend. Spend the night with somebody, to stay with somebody for a night. My daughter is spending the night with a friend. Number 2, also spend the night together, to stay with somebody for a night. Spend a penny means يروح بيت الراحة, to avoid saying, this is an idiomatic usage actually, meaning avoid saying use the toilet. Spent as an adjective has got 2 meanings. Usually it occurs before a noun, of course, because it is an adjective that has been used, so that it cannot be used again. Spent bullets or matches. And it might mean very tired after the grueling test. Grueling test means difficult test. He felt totally spent. He felt very tired, to be spent. Idiom, a spent force is a person who has no longer any power or influence. Now check the meaning of spent in a bilingual English-Arabic dictionary. This is how it is given in النفيس. Spent, verb transitive, means أنفق أو صرف. وكمان بيدينا جميع الcollocations بتاعت كلمة spend. Spend one's money, spend a great deal on, spend the money like water, أنفق أنفق المال، sorry هنا في غلطة، أنفق المال بدون حساب. Spend a penny، ذهب إلى بيت الراحة. The second meaning of spend is قضى أو أمضى. Spend some time in the country. أمضى بعض الوقت في الريف. ثالث معنى لكلمة spend استهلك أو أنهك. The storm will spend itself. ستنفذ العاصفة شدتها. Spend one's energy. استنفذ طاقته. Our ammunition was all spent. صرفت ذخيرتنا كلها. Notice that spent in the days far spent is closest to the meaning of قضي واستهلك. However, it is figuratively used to have the translation equivalent of النهار مال. You can do the same with stir the people. The word stir has 4 significations or meanings in Oxford Advanced Learners Dictionary. Which one are you going to choose? Using a monolingual and bilingual dictionaries, find out which is the most appropriate translation for the above phrase. The need for a practical guide in teaching dictionary skills to translation students. Students in translation classes constantly resort to dictionaries for help. However, their use of dictionaries is inadequate. Thus, there is a need for dictionary use. There is a clear need for dictionary use. This enables the students to render the meaning of words in the source text to the target language. It teaches students how to manipulate language, how to use language so that it can carry a given meaning in a particular situation. In so doing, it also helps them to improve their language skills. As shown above, dictionary use consists mainly of selecting or rephrasing the words in the target language. It is adjusting dictionary meaning to reflect the meaning in context. Problems translation face while using dictionaries. The first problem is not finding words equivalent. Translation students should know that dictionaries establish equivalence by matching words at the level of language as a system. Translation, on the other hand, creates equivalences at the level of sentences in a particular context or situation. So it's not a matter of substituting one word for another. It's more a matter of interpreting a sentence and finding an equivalent to the word in this particular sentence. To put it differently, translation equivalents are established on the basis of the use of language in a particular textual context. B, most dictionaries, bilingual and monolingual dictionaries, provide most common senses of the word. Dictionaries are limited in their usefulness because they only provide the most common senses of a word. They do not offer all the meanings of a word in all contexts or situations. Translation is not merely substituting one word for another. It depends on interpretation and intelligent analysis of a text. However, lexicography or the writing of dictionaries is improving, since dictionary writers are establishing the senses of the words according to corpora. يعني بدل ما يقعد كاتب القاموس يفكر في المعاني المختلفة اللي ممكن تكون للكلمة دي، بدأوا يجمعوا حجم كبير من الداتا المكتوبة والمقروءة ويحطوها على الكمبيوتر ويستنبطوا من تواجد الكلمة في different context، يستنبطوا معناها، وبذلك في هذه الأوانة يكون معنى الكلمة على أساس من الاستخدام اللغوي في للناس جميعا. So this is a corpus. This is the meaning of a dictionary based on corpora. A corpus is a huge collection of written and spoken text in a given language. Dictionaries at present are corpus-based. They give the senses of words according to their appearance and use in already existing text. For analysis, please students check the discussion of a very real deadline and citation of the meanings of the word real, and read the pages in your book, pages 23 to 28. Students should recognize the wide scope of information found in dictionaries and practice how to use it in translation. Dictionaries provide a lot of information on words. Learners and translation students should pay attention to the morphophonological aspect of the word, its division into syllables, and how the word is pronounced. They should also focus on the orthographic feature of the word, its spelling, as well as on its semantic aspect or possible meaning, as well as pragmatic features. Translation is not substituting one word for another. It involves deep processing, elaboration, and cognitive effort. However, this does not bypass the importance of information found in dictionaries. The dictionaries provide an excellent analysis of the sentences of a word and assist in the choice of the target word. Modern dictionaries provide contextual information in different ways. Number one, through giving examples. Dictionary provides sentences in which the word is used. Number two, context words, that is, they provide collocations, such as we have seen within Nafis, and the word string, and the word underline, that is, words. What are collocations? Collocations are words which habitually co-occur with each other. We have already seen instances of collocations in the previous lecture. Collocations can be, for example, a jealous wife. Usually, jealous and wife co-occur with each other, and smart boy always also occur with each other. Field labels, dictionaries provide contextual information by giving field labels, saying, for example, that the word is either formal or informal, or it's slang or figurative, استخدام تشبيه, old-fashioned أو لا تستخدم الآن كثيرا. Synonyms, and it also gives synonyms and partial definitions. Types of information provided in dictionaries. Dictionaries provide several types of information. Among these is referential information. This is the definition of the word. Pragmatic information. This comprises sentences and examples of word usage. Stylistic information. Information regards formality, informality of usage, idioms, whether the word is slang, whether the word is old-fashioned, and information regarding dialects. Students need to train themselves on how to extract information from a dictionary entry. This is very important. Students need to train themselves on how to extract information from a dictionary entry. A dictionary entry is usually packed with information. So the dictionary usually consists of huge pieces of information under every word. Lack of language skill and the skill of how to use a dictionary create a huge problem for a translation trainee. More often than not, translation trainees are unable to extract the information they need from the huge bulk of information that appears in a dictionary entry. Training in dictionary use is therefore essential. Thank you, students, for the lecture. Here are some suggested questions. Using a monolingual and bilingual dictionary, translate the following phrases showing how you selected the most suitable contextual meaning. This means that hopefully, inshallah, yani, you are going to get two dictionaries with you, one a monolingual and one a bilingual. You may have them online as in on your mobiles. And then I'm going to give you a phrase to translate, and I'm going to ask you, how did you translate this phrase depending on the selection of a particular meaning or sense that suits the context or the sentence in which the word occurs. This is a practical exercise. A more theoretical exercise would be, what problems do translators face while using dictionaries? Dictionaries supply a lot of contextual information. Mention 3 types and provide examples. Below is a dictionary entry. I'm going to get you, as I have cited already in the previous lecture and in this lecture, a dictionary entry. And I'm going to ask you to extract information from it. For example, I'll tell you what kind of word category does this belong? Does this word belong? So you find in the dictionary entry that it is a verb or it is a noun. How many senses has it got? Is it a countable noun or an uncountable noun? How is it being spelled? Does the lexicographer or dictionary writer give sentences as examples, illustrate, etc., etc. So I'm going to give you a dictionary entry, and you are going to find out various information in this dictionary entry. Thank you, students, for today.